welcome back YouTube to Caves of Cud. We're gonna be starting our journey to the Rust Wells, probably finding a random cave and getting horribly distracted and dying horribly. But that's gonna move on to something that's a little bit different about how I play Caves of Cud. I play with the save load settings on. I'm not going to be abusing saves. I'm not going to try to. I mean, if my character dies, I'll be using it as a checkpoint. This will be otherwise an Iron Man run. If something bad happens, but I survive, I gotta deal with it. You know, so if I get a fungal infection, gotta deal with the fungal infection. If I get an awesome minion and my minion dies, I gotta get a new minion. But I'm mostly using it as a checkpoint system because permanent death just doesn't appeal to me on a game of this scale. I want to be able to explore the whole world if I want to. I don't mind dying setting me back to my last checkpoint, just means I have to remember to save regularly. But I'm not the hardcore gamer who plays Caves of Cud for the permadeath. If you're turned off by that and going, yay, Caves of Cud, let's see how long this character lives, you can stop watching after my first death and be like, yep, you suck, this build was terrible, whatever, that's fine. There's a strong community who supports that, and this game wants to appeal to that community and does a great job to it, and I appreciate that there is an option in the settings. It's almost hidden, but it's there to go to a save load style, and I use it because it's how I enjoy the game. And if you don't like it that way, good for you. But here's how I like it. Moving on. Let's go make a trip to the Rust Wells. You can go to the world map by pressing minus on the numpad. World map? Yeah, there's a numpad. There's a world map. So, seeing as the game throws it off here, this is the map. We use a little bouncy here. I'm going to set him kind of towards the center. See him bouncing around. We are here in this tiny little green dot. Green batch of green in the bottommost corner. This is Red Rock. These are the Rust Wells. This is, I think it was called Tappa. That was the thing the Sultan thing gave me. That is a place that I've never been to. I'll probably explore that. The 6 stay stilt, up here, by the dialogue. Each one of these grids is a 3x3 square. Each one of these little squares on the map is a 3x3 square of screens. That's how big this game is. And barring the set handful of predetermined locations, Red Rock's always here, the Rust Wells are always here. I think even if you don't start in Joppa, Joppa won't exist if you don't start in Joppa, but I think the Red Rock and the Rust Wells will be here, as well as the Watervine Marsh. Which is this entire region. It's the most dense pack of Watervine. These flower fields are the next closest safest place, but the things there are a little dangerous. We find more interesting creatures out there. The majority of Cud is jungle. And then we have the Deathlands. It's this big purple, ominous looking stuff over here. This is a set of ruined cities filled with giant, angry, super stompy robots. This is the Great Salt Desert. It's a desert. There's a handful of random ruins, and this is more normally ruins. You'll find the same sort of encounters between those. I think this is called the Rainbow Wood. I don't know what that's about. There's some interesting little things over here. And here, there's this thing. I don't know what this thing is. I think, let's see, that's Gritgate. That's Golgotha. That's Bethesda Susa. And that's the Asphalt Mines. Those are all locations of various interests. Gritgate to Golgotha to Bethesda Susa is part of the main quest. This is the village of Kyokya. They'll send you on a little adventure to go kill a dude. That's a guaranteed spawn side quest. I don't know if the asphalt mines are ever required. But I think the main quest mostly focuses in this jungle over here. Because I think I have never seen any content past to Bethesda Susa as far as main content goes. Um, my character is my farthest character personally just got back from Golgotha as far as main story goes. Though there was a village that I had spawned here and I learned about that I ran to through the Deathlands, did their quest, which involved me finding a ruin over here and back, and that was a fun adventure. Half the fun of CUD is not doing main quests, but the stuff that's generated randomly, because it is a giant random roguelike. Oh, the giant dragonfly begins flying. The dragonfly is an EC creature that's neutral to me. Good for him. And there's some water vine and another dragonfly. Isn't that nice? Oh, and there's more water vine. We're still technically in Joppa. Still technically in Joppa. Ooh, so you almost can't see it. But this little bit of water vine, which I saw my mouse on the screen because I'll be referencing, this little water vine is harvestable. Yay, I harvested a water vine. Here's some more salty water. And more what? More water vine. But it's so hard to see, how could I ever know if it's there? Alt. Alt. Oop. Well, that wasn't Alt, that was Windows. Yep. Where did my game go? There it is. Hello again. Alt. Alt. The Alt key gets rid of anything that is gets rid of the background layer and shows interactables. By default. So that's how you can see those realistically. I don't need a lot of water vine. There will always be more water vine. Water vine is found in the entire game. You will find water vine in the Deathlands. But let's step out of the Joppa outskirts into the Salt Marsh. And here's where the first map where we'll find real hostiles, like the glow pad! Ah! Oh wait, no, the glow pad is just a leaf. But what's this down here? It's a purple fish. It's a glowfish. The glow pad may be maybe if plants don't necessarily like you, the glow pad may be kind of aggressive. The glowfish is docile. They don't care. You have to really piss off fish for the glow pad to hate you. Here, water vine. But we've got a goal in mind. It's the Rust Wells. So we're gonna admire the glowfish and glow pads, which the glowfish don't actually glow. Glow pads do glow, which is why I can see so far, despite the dark. But we're just walking, and we're walking, going on an adventure. Looking for excitement, getting into trouble, gonna die to the first thing we meet. Nope. Problem with starting the adventure at nighttime, which is usually what happens when you start the game, just because getting through Joppa takes a day. Nothing in that screen worth mentioning. Oh, there's a glow pad. And there's a dragonfly. You see him? Well, there he is. And he's green because he's not aggressive. And there's a glow pad down there who's also green because they're not aggressive. They don't hate me. They're not trying to kill me horribly. Now, I have gone into the settings when I have set up a thing where if I can see a critter... Oh, it's during the day. So my vision expanding. But you see how it says turn start? That's a setting I turned on as a sort of my way of getting an early warning for when something doesn't like me. Oh no. What is it? What could it be? It's a crocodile. His hoary, cracked scales look like Mark Stone. Good. Good for him. You know what I have to say to him? I have this thing here. It's called Beguile. He my buddy. And he ogles me lovingly. You know, he's my buddy crocodile. And I can rename him. Let's choose a name from his culture. And he is now Kotlet Zotio Pot in Kialisk. Okay, Kot. Let's look at him. He's chat. You want to trade? Yes, he wants to trade. He's my minion. I have hijacked his mind, and he's now going to follow me to the ends of the earth. or until he dies, which he will die horribly. Crocodiles are the main reason starting with Beguile is better than Proselytize. And you might be wondering, why is that? Well, let's come in here and dominate him, and I take control of him. Yep, I'm now a crocodile. Here I go. And there's my body. I can kind of shuffle me around. It's me. I'm perfect health. You're a horrid crocodile. Look like Mark Stone. Neat. He has 15 strength, 19 agility, and 13 toughness. He is made of paper, and yet he still has 7 dodge value and 2 armor value, because he's a monster. Meaning, even though he has no equipment and no stats, he still gets stats that are half decent. Yeah. Now that minus strength is terrible. This is one of the worst crocodiles I've ever seen. But he has a bite. It deals a d4 damage when it hits and penetrates. He has 2 armor value and 7 dodge. He's dodgier than a no agility PC and has 2 armor. Just because. He also has a heightened sense of smell, which does level 1 and 2 stuff with a description. He also has night vision. Every creature in the game has night vision, besides potentially the PC, if you don't take it. Which is why I took it. Because if everything else has it, I might as well too. So here's the theme of the game. Here's the theme of this run. Pets and controlling my pets. Now, of note, that screen is the level up screen and how you level up. I haven't even done that yet. I want to improve my stinger, which makes it so it confuses for another d3 of turns. It deals 1d4 damage, and it deals 1d4 damage. By the way, my stinger confuses opponent, confuse creatures attack randomly. I can activate it to guarantee I sting somebody with bonuses to my hit and penetration. Though I can't wear equipment on the back, it does make spiders like me more. Well, arachnids, but spiders. So that's how you level up. Normally followers don't level up on their own. So that is mucho importante. Now, we have skills, and I think the first skill I'm going to take is going to be Acrobatics for Swift Reflexes, where you gain +5 bonus to your dodge when avoiding missiles. So even though I only have 2 dodge, missiles are stupid. And kind of early to mid-game, though I have a lot of armor for now, that's kind of by chance. You're more likely to be able to be dodgy early in the game than tanky. And the best way to not take damage is to not get hit. And because I have a little meat shield here, the best way to not take damage is to not get attacked. So he has more health than me, he has slightly less armor, and he's far more evasive. He can't hit as well. Or actually, he'll hit about as often, though not as hard. He's my minion. I'm going to be expending him as such. The crocodile is a placeholder for until I find something I actually care about. That could take a bit. Ideally, I want to grab a humanoid. There's your basic, not a bandit, not a kobold. They're actually effectively gnolls. They're called snapjaws. Those are my main goal. And we're walking east because there's a rust well directly east of Joppa. Walking east because there's a rust well directly east of Joppa. I could be beating up the glow pads and glowfish despite the fact that they're nice, but I don't care enough, and glow pads are actually kinda dangerous. They are completely immobile, but they have a lot of health and hit decently hard, decently reliably. They are actually kind of dangerous. They will kill a crocodile easily. And here's a crocodile I'm fighting. In classic ASCII roguelike style, walking into a thing has you attack it. There are dedicated attack buttons if you care, or if you want to hit something that's not necessarily aggressive to you. But we just mauled that crocodile nicely. Now, one of the particular reasons I did mention with Beguile over relying on Proselytize is the crocodile. And why? The crocodile is level 3. You can only proselytize things that are lower level than you. So I wouldn't be able to proselytize the crocodile. I would have to fight every crocodile I meet until I was level 3. Maybe level 4, but I think you can proselytize something that's the same level. I actually made it through the salt marsh without encountering a cave, which amazes me because I've always encountered a cave. There was a jilted lover in that wall. It's an angry plant. I'll actually remember to show you. A swarthy wall vine that embraces lovers and doesn't care to see them go. It tries to grab you, and then it strangles you to death with thorns. That was a salt hopper. Seeing it? It's doing a really good job of staying out of my line of vision. Albino legs thrusts its turgid thorax through the air. The salt hopper, looking at that picture, you're like, what the heck is that? If you look at that spray, it's something between a giant praying mantis and a giant grasshopper. I'm actually gonna shoot arrows at it. I hit him. I crit him. Great. He is injured. I am injured. But goal is fine. So one of the nuances with the AI in this game, it prioritizes you really hard. So I was able to dance around my crocodile because the salt hopper, it knows I'm the mastermind. I don't know how it knows. It knows if it can kill me, then the crocodile won't care. Actually, crocodiles are aggressive to salt hoppers. But it knew if it killed me, my game would be over. So it really wanted to kill me. So I used the crocodile as a very spiky barrier or wall. And I was able to kill something that salt hopper, as if the third thing to kill that I could have encountered, could have destroyed me. Now we have an attribute point at level 3. We're going to invest it in ego. We also have another mutation point. I can't put any levels in Beguiling and Domination because they are capped by my ego. My ego improves their level by 2. I can't put it in Stinger because Stinger is capped by my level. You can only put points up until up to half your level effectively. Sure, there's a calculation formula out there somewhere. I don't have it. I don't care to. But, so we are forced to put it in. We're not forced to put it into multiple legs. We can save the points and get a new mutation out of a random selection of 3. I don't care. I want to carry and move faster. I don't have enough points for Spry, which gives me 2 more dodge period. So I'm going to come down here to Tactics and grab Hurdle. Hurdle means that while I'm sprinting, which is an action you can do, I don't lose my dodge value. Normally while you're sprinting, you're so focused on running, you're relatively easy to hit otherwise. Hurdle negates that, which is nice. Of note, monsters can't sprint. Oh, hi, Snapjaws. Snapjaws are kind of terrible. They are your basic mook, basic early game, not goblin, not kobold fodder unit. Yeah, I'll grab the iron gear for now because it's okay. Leather armor. If I didn't start with I think it's studded that I started with. Yeah. So studded leather weighs 20, which kind of sucks because I don't have a lot of carry weight because my strength is low. That's part of why I want a two-legged. That's a hunter. They have a bow. I have a bow. I win. Ah! He was hiding behind the tree, ready to ambush someone who was trying to rush his friend. Ooh, a nullworm skull. The nullworm skull is a headpiece that increases your ego. So let's get shamanistic here. And also, I'm gonna take that arrow. It's my arrow now. So I now have a nullworm skull, which increases my The, as like, increases my armor value to 6. Wait, no, it's at 5. Why is it 5? Because I believe it was the Salt Trader cracked my gloves, which temporarily weakens them. In here we have some lead slugs, meaning bullets. An engraved leather cap, which, much like painted, gives me some story. One starry evening, a babe was found swaddled with its mouth full of rime by a group of trees in Ekatara Ghetto. They took him into their fold and fostered him. And he became known as Uyadades the Fourth, freezing child of trees. A safety reputation for the sect of the Kadmapur Scourge. I know the location of Ekatara, which is a historic site. That's pretty much a dungeon. And I'll take that. Oh, there is a hunter who can see me. We're gonna stand behind that tree, and we are pressing the rest until fully healed button. What happened? I see blood. Is there a crocodile corpse here? An arrow. Take the arrow. There is a fine brute. Cleaved. I think I might be down a minion. In fact, I am pretty sure I am down a minion. Well, that sucks. You're my new minion. Yeah, whatever. The crocodile served its purpose. I have a new friend now. His name is Yun Ud. That's a good name. I like that. I'll auto-explore this map. There's star apple trees. So Yun Ud was cleaved by my crocodile friend. He has a bite, some cloth overalls, and an iron longsword. I'm gonna press G to give him this hat. I never identified that data disk. I'm feeling a little silly. I'll give him these maces I picked up, this buckler because I don't feel like carrying it around, and offer that over to him. And he equips the hat and mace. Let's take a look at his actual stats. Now, one of the reasons I wanted a humanoid and not the monster is because humanoids actually start with real stats, and at level 1. His only mutation is also heightened smell, which as far as I know is either useless or is just a sort of detection skill. I don't care. But he starts with completely balanced stats, which is very nice. He starts at level 1 and still has 35 HP after my beguilement bonus, which is pretty good. He has 11 dodge with his only pieces of dodge. He has 9 dodge at base, despite only having 1 agility. But he has a base dodge rating of 8. He has 2 armor. He has a lot of health. He doesn't start with... Oh, he started... No, that's because I had it open. He doesn't start with any skills. That's okay. He's level 1. He'll get skills. In fact, you can see he has experience. He totally killed my... my crocodile. And now, he's my buddy. And we're gonna end my domination. To another desert canyon. Oh, that's Shinkatsu. There's a salt hopper. We're gonna run to my buddy and hide behind him. I realized also he's cleave, so he has minus 2 AP. He actually has two armor base. Dance around the salt hopper, let my friend do all the work. And then punch him once. And my minion gained a level. That was an Equimax. The muscular of the strapping tranquil beast is so pronounced that she looks as though the muscles themselves might burst through her rich auburn coat. Great tufts of white hair surround her massive hooves, which she rears every so often while she grazes. Don't fight an Equimax. They will destroy you early on, unless you can fly. Now, one thing we're running into is I'm faster than my minion, so I will outpace him. So I have to make sure I backtrack to him to not get horribly murdered. Oop, more Equimaxes. This is a nice friendly screen. Equimaxes are like universally passive. I think they are they docile? No, they are not docile. So if you piss... Oop, a young ivory. That will kill me. Oh yeah, and the kudzu. Um, kudzu. This one is densely twisted, made of metallic fibers and long billowing red fronds, which wave gently towards you on an unfelt breeze. It wants to touch me. Nope. Nope. Kudzu will rust metal equipment. It's effectively just a rust monster on a in plant form. The Jill or the young ivory. There's a Snapjaw fort here. I've never been to a Snapjaw fort. There's also some engraved jewel-encrusted black robes for about Uyadadius II. Uyadadius II is one of the days. Okay, but it's the story about the Shrewd March again, which gives me the reputation if I wanted to wear it, and it also increases the reputation with the Water Barons. Most people like me by default, so I'm not interested. That's neat. Yeah. Oh, there's a glow crow. Bees crawl over the back mounted slatted rack. Tumor dot around nearby. Honey adds simple disease prevention based effects to cooked meals. I want to equip it. I can't remove my stinger. That makes me sad. That makes me very sad. I will take the steel hammer though. And kill that guy. And give my minion can have the steel hammer and iron battle axe. I would love to equip the beehive, as I am a bee, but with the stinger that makes me a bee doesn't let me equip the beehive. I'll have my minion equip the beehive. And he can have the steel hammer. I'm going to have try to have my minions specialize in blunt weapons for now, because having a minion who stuns things as he tries to kill things would be very helpful. He also has the hat on, and now he has a beehive, which makes him dodgier, and I think it occasionally deals damage to things around it. There's a lacquered iron mace. Lacquered things don't rust. The willowy short bow is really light. In fact, I should equip that technically, but what kind of Snapjaw was that? What kind of Snapjaws am I fighting that they are dropping steel equipment here? I've never been to a Snapjaw before, and I kind of regret that. So because there's the Equimax and everything else between me and the end of the world, we're going to grab my minion. We're going to hold on to his mutation point, but I am going to teach him cudgel proficiency, which makes him more accurate with cudgels. But I don't need him dual wielding them. Did I grab that? No. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to wear this in his left hand, and we're actually going to remotely explore with our 13 dodge at level 2. Like, seriously. Okay, standard scavenger stuff. That brute has a carbide short sword and is wearing sandals of the Riverwise. I am sorry, but what? It's also going to get horribly murdered by Equimaxes. That's for real me. That's for real me. Also, I've gained a level. Let's round out this strength stat to 18. Still holding on to mutation points I don't care about investing into. And we are going to get sprint on my minion, because that is how get tactics on my minion, because that will give them sprint. They do not have sprint until you grab tactics. Yeah, stab the shielded lover. So what the heck is this? It's an arrow slit. How about the stakes? Let's keep working through the arrow slit. Excuse me. Excuse me. How are you doing? Doing alright? Was there a purple? Yep, yep, yep. Steel longsword? I'm gonna focus on looting on actual me. If I find something nice that I think would be good for this character, I'll grab it. But... musket. That's a really shitty gun. Oop, 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 oop. Oh... That's really nice, and that's both really nice and really bad. Oh, I think he's dead. Oh, yeah. He is very dead. Damn it. Also, so is Minion. Ooh, I can't carry everything. I need a new Minion. That's okay. Oh, that's because I picked up his corpse. I don't need that. I need things, but that's not one of them. Okay, and is this where... the Glow Crow is fighting the Aquamaxes? This Steel 2-handed battle axe, pretty good. Grey little buckler, that's very expensive, and teaches me more about fourth. Acting against the enfranchisement of robots, Uedai's the fourth led an army to the gates of Kabul. He sacked Kabul and persecuted its citizens, forcing them to change its names to Uyadatizabad. Neat. Let's go find our new minion. There should be another Snapjaw in here somewhere. Oh, I'm famished. I haven't been eating. I can carry that musket. So we're gonna make camp. Whip up a meal. Nom 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 nom. So purple. Glow Crow. Note to self. Snapjaw forts have Snapjaws with really good equipment. Leather armor. Do I want to do leather armor instead of studded leather? Studded leather drags it down by 2. Leather armor is 2 with no dodge penalty. I'm actually gonna call that an upgrade for now. Oh, there's some sturdy furs. It's kind of neat. The Sap Max is something you can wear on your face. It makes you more resistant to gases. It's not the best. It's effectively a cloth filter with some sap to try and block out some of the smells bads. Ooh, goggles. Goggles are better, in my opinion. Goggles make you immune to flashbangs, and make bugs like you more. Leathern apron is lighter than the armor, and gives me the same bonuses. Yeah, by that logic, let's unequip the steel gauntlets. Let's focus on dodge for now. Also, Sandals of the Riverwives, they don't do anything stats-wise, but give me 5 movement speed. So, oh no, because I have 2 sets of legs, the armor and dodge bonuses of shoes I wear is, I want to say half, but it's average between the two. That doesn't affect the move speed bonus at all. Do I want a Glow Crow minion? Thinking about it. Considering trying to hire a Glow Crow. That Snapjaw dealt 13 damage to me in a single hit. Ow. I'm putting my shoes back on. I'm putting my gloves back on. You. Oh, block pressure shell. Oh, I reload. That's a Snapjaw Warrior. You can't guess by the name Warrior, he's a bit better than your average Snapjaw. Still has 1 HP, or is still level 1, and has no skills. But with nothing equipped, he has an armor value and 9 dodge value. That's still a base value of 8. I think the brutes are a little stronger, but hey, he's a new minion. So we're going to end domination. And one of the important things about having a new minion is... Nope. Don't care about a buckler. Oh, the Iron Dagger weighs nothing, but it will overburden me. New minion means new carry stuff monkey. Also, these artifacts I keep forgetting to identify. Let's do that right now. Right now, I'm gonna look at this. What is this? Yeah, it's an acid gas grenade. What's this? That's a fungicide grenade. It's like the defoliate grenade, but not as cool. Where was I? Oh yes, you, tradesies. Take all this stuff. Except we're not giving you a gun. If that doesn't sound like a recipe for disaster, I think you need to rethink what counts as a recipe for disaster. And he's equipping the two-handed steel battle axe. He's like, that is the best thing for me. Where did that carbide short sword go? Did I never pick that up? Am I stupid? Let's equip that to my offhand. So that's a really nice short sword. Ooh, one of the Jilted Lovers dropped a Lover's Blossom. That is a rare drop from Jilted Lovers. It's a cooking crafting mat that is a unique drop from them. It can be used to make a very powerful thing. I wonder if all 4 sides have a... No, it doesn't look like it. Anyway, I've never been to a Snapshot for it. That was kind of cool. If I learn more of those, I'll have to keep that in mind. Now, the Snapjaw Warrior is kind of boring, and he is not who I want to keep. I wanted that legendary Snapjaw, which was the purple guy. And having him sprint at me and get horribly maimed by Equinaxes, while hilarious, not very helpful. But, a warlord, as opposed to a warrior. By the way, he's not very happy with me. I'm gonna sting him. I use my sting there. He resisted the effects of my venom. He dies. So the warlord has a whole more armor value, same HP, comparable stats. You're noticing a trend here, right? But I did this because of his Swarm Alpha and Swarmer traits. While he doesn't really benefit from... from it per se, if I do get another minion who does, then they become a lot more dangerous very fast. Effectively, a warlord counts a swarm alpha, so swarm resist creature sees +1 to its 2 hit and penetration rolls for each other swarmer, beyond the first, who is adjacent to its target. So you can't swarm her by yourself. But as long as this creature is adjacent to its target, it grants +1 to the swarmer bonuses of each other swarmer who is adjacent to its target. That means a swarm alpha gives a +3 to everyone, all other swarmers. That means the two of them, I can have two of them that are feeding that off of each other. And now they're getting then they get +3 accuracy and penetration. And that's just stupid. By the way, did he equip your stuff? Wow, you killed them on raw talent. Because you probably bit him. So let's look at his inventory. He's gonna auto-equip up to what he thinks is the best set of equipment. Another armor, cap, foreskin gloves. I have my steel gauntlets, sandals of the river wives for 5 and 4. Ow. Stop it. I'm hiding. You should be able to see me. Can't see me. I'm behind a tree. Udonai's 5th. Temerishan. Get. Because it's worth a lot of money. Groves, meh. Excuse me. Hey, look. He gained a level. Let's get him some more. Make him a beast. Ooh, extra water skin. Always handy. Furs and a hand axe. Leather armor. This is why we don't fight things ourselves. This is what minions are for. I'm just gonna run away until I have more health. Blech. Rest until healed. I am not gaining HP very fast, and that is scary. Let's have a Munchie. Munchie hat. More Desert Canyon. There's a beaded bracelet in here. It's extremely valuable. And a small gold-flecked tube. It's a love injector. Oh, wow, game, you are too kind. Love injector kind of does what it says on the tin. Makes something fall in love with you if you stab it with them. Stab them with it. It's a little hard to stab a person. Stab an injector with a person. Minion. Kill that chameleon, thank you. Minion gains a level. We're nicking off a hunter. I didn't even see the chameleon. Just true to its name. It's a chameleon. A painted short bow. While reciting his favorite treatise, Uyudadi cemented his friendship with frogs by marrying Xcoxcocoa, a legendary bloated pearl frog. In honor of the ceremony, the frogs bestowed upon Uyudadi's a wedding gift called the Solace of Delight Frog's Gift. Take note of the fact that that name is very colorful. That is an item that actually exists in the game world that I can find. Not all of those items are, as I understand it. Some have been lost to the ravages of time. We're gonna do the dance with him. Shawl. That's a back item with some cold resist, but it makes you less dodgy. We like being dodgy. Probably thinking about investing in my minion soon. Ah, but we arrived at the outside, the Rustwell outskirts. We'll finish the screen, and then I will call that for this session. Well, not the streaming session. I want to finish at least the Rustwells, but at least for the the YouTube segments. I don't want these to go on for too long after all. But exploring in darkness. Great. Auto Explorer. Good job. Next screen. There's a spider down there. It's a cave spider. Spindling, brown and skittish, spins a home anxiously. Sure is a spider. There's a baboon who doesn't like me. Peers at you. Two puffs of gray fur, bell out from inside her face. She's gonna throw rocks at me because baboons are jerks. There's a bear. Only the familiar nursery rhyme courses through your brain. The grizzly bear is huge and wild. It has devoured the infant child. The infant child is unaware. It has been eaten by the bear. And there's a chameleon. Tiny skin crystals shift and sort, changing color of appearance. Narrow bone extrudes from her head. I don't know if horned chameleons normally actually have horns like the mutation. I saw something get blocked down there. Monkeys. Monkeys are kicking my ass. Sting the monkey. Hide behind the minion. Baboons are jerks. Baboons are very dangerous. Also, you'll notice that there has been a brief slaughter while we were gone. Yeah, that's a lot of experience I'm missing out on, which is kind of sad. But, I'd rather not die when I haven't saved in this entire session. Minion, kill the spider, kill the spider. Good minion. Baboon corpse, stones, stones. A 3-footed wire strand. I'm not gonna pick up the smaller ones. This rust cave is guaranteed to spawn 4 sets of 50-foot of wire. There's some blood there. Now I have to step on each of these just to make sure that there's no, like... Oh, I think that's the 50-footer. The 50-foot strand of the wire is brighter than the lesser strands. You can actually see it in the sprite. That monkey is trying to kill a goat. That monkey was killed by me. Bad baboon. There is 2 jilted lovers over there. That is actually dangerous. Getting grabbed by both and pulled in, and oh, that could be depressing. I'm gonna punch this kudzu, even though it could break my stuff. There is a scrap-clad hermit, a gnarled punch form shrouded in layers of twisted sheet metal bound by leather thongs. He has a cracked lens and a defoliant Mark I grenade, and has been siphoned by a leech. And it's sucking his blood. And dying. Leeches are kind of pathetic. Is that minion? Minion, are you up here? Nope, that's a scavenger. Fighting a different scrap-clad hermit. So the hermit threw the grenade. It's covering everything. It's gonna break some trees. Hermits are kind of pathetic. What is it? Trade? Don't have much on them. They're worth a decent bunch of experience. Debating if they're worth killing. They are very much nobodies. There's gonna be lots of kudzu here. There's a reason it's called the Rustwells. I need to reload. Let's keep working through my Arrows. Hey, Kudzu level up. That's kind of depressing. Yep, Kudzu stem. Okay, item. Let's have a munchie. Just cause it's there. I don't. Ah, there was a Kudzu under the Jilted Lover. That can happen. What do you have? Friend. Person. Sentient. Potential minion. I don't want one of those guys as minion. They're kind of shit. I don't think... I do believe they are better than Snapjaws, don't get me wrong. But, not to the point that I care, and my Snapjaw already has levels. Speaking of... Minion. Whose name shall be... Xion. Xion? Xion. So, I want to level up. I've been neglecting that. I have 2 points and a lot of skill. That's okay. That is okay. I don't have to be completely on top of things. I'm gonna grab Spry and Persuasion. Menacing Stare is a nice secondary oh shit button for me. It will make... It makes a guy run away from me if it succeeds. It's gonna succeed fairly often. And the extra dodge value from that is gonna bring my base dodge value much closer to 9. That's a lot better for not getting my ass kicked by literally everything. But we also have a minion. Minion has an attribute point. Round off his agility. And 2 mutation points. Don't care. We want Minion to be able to hurdle. That takes away his ability to get charged immediately, but that's okay. We want him to have Cudgel. And we'll call that good. I don't want him to have axe and short blades. We want him stunning things and beating the daylights out of them. Charge will be important. The +1 penetration is very nice. We want to end our domination. We're gonna look at our minion. Act like we're gonna give him something. We're gonna actually... We'll give him the steel gauntlets. We'll see how he rates those. The bronze long sword just because I don't want to hold it. Fair enough. I need to equip that willowy shortbow because it is a straight upgrade from my not willowy one. And he decides he wants to dual wield some warhammers. Nice. He did not equip the steel gauntlets though. He said those are not worth my time. So right now I have a sturdy bow. That's nice. I know, but having a short bow that only weighs 1 pound, it's like I have it's just free. I could equip the bracelets, but they're cell materials. They're not actually that good. I still don't have a cell, so I'm going to swap the short sword into that hand. And that will do it for the session. Starting next time, I will do the Rustwells, return to Joppa, and inventory manage before running off to Red Rock. We've got a minion who's half decent, and every minion we find will be half decent until I get one that's really good. Actually, I have a curiosity here. So our minion has 7 armor, 10 dodge, 5 mental resist, which actually kind of surprises me because I was able to just mind jack him with no effort whatsoever. Dual wielding some warhammers, tempted to take his gloves, but eh. Oh, the portable beehive also uses his floating nearby spot because the bees will float nearby. Aw, that's cool. We can collect that honey eventually, but right now, it's giving him 2 dodge. That's actually pretty good. I've never had that before. So yeah, that's all nice. But next time, Rust Wells.